Liar, liar, pants on fire. Could be kids out on the playground, but actually what it is the Congressional Budget Office talking about the federal budget. What the CBO has said is, hey, you know that big takeover of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac? Well, the $5.4 trillion in liabilities that the government has taken on in that deal really should go on the federal books. And lo and behold, the Bush White House is acting surprised, saying, gee, we never even really thought about this possibility. Add this to the books, it means doubling the national debt. Actually more than doubling, since we owed about $5 trillion before, and we're adding another $5.4 trillion. The CBO didn't stop with that bad news. It announced new estimates for the federal deficits. That's the annual deficit, the amount that the budget runs short in any particular year. So the new estimate for the deficit for fiscal year 2008, that's the year that ends in October, not that long away, is $407 billion. That's not a record, but it's close. Next year, however, in fiscal 2009, we're actually going to break the record. We're going to run a deficit of $438 billion. The Bush White House doesn't have to adopt the CBO numbers. But there is a problem, which is that the CBO has a lot more credibility. It's a kind of nonpartisan watchdog over the federal budget. It has more credibility than the Bush White House when it comes to numbers. So if the budget comes out and it ignores all these things that the CBO has just pointed to, it's going to be a big problem. Of course, what we're really looking at is this wonderful Claude Rains moment. You remember the end of Casablanca? Well, if you don't remember it, you should go out and watch it again. Claude Rains, who's the police officer in Casablanca, has come to close down Rick's Cafe Americain. And he's just announced that he's going to close it down because he's discovered there's gambling going on here. While he's shutting down Rick's place, the croupier comes in from the other room and says, "You're winning, sir," and Rains, without a blink of an eye, pockets the money. This is the kind of game that the Bush White House, the Bush Treasury, and earlier administrations continue to play with the federal budget. We all know that if you take on $5.4 trillion in liabilities, you've got to add the number to the books. To pretend otherwise is, well, just hoping that we're all really, really stupid. This is Jim Juback for Juback's Journal on MSN Money.